Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Thank you for joining us for this week's virtual Sangha service and maintaining the sense of connection, community, Sangha as we proceed through this ongoing situation of sheltering in place, stay-at-home order, or the restricted movements from our usual routines of the past, and getting ready for the new normal that we'll be experiencing in the weeks, months, and who knows, even years to come. But for today, I'm very happy to introduce for our Dharma message, Reverend Keisuke Lee-Miyaki, who, as many of you are aware, is one of our minister assistants, but who's actually fully ordained with the Jodo Shinshu Honganji Ha, our denomination. And he actually served in temples in Japan. Most recently, before coming to San Francisco, he was serving at the Hiroshima Betsuin. And Keisuke Sensei, having come to San Francisco, has really gotten involved with a hospital chaplaincy program where he is now a certified, hospital chaplain. So recently, he received an appointment to serve at the San Francisco General Hospital as one of the staff chaplains, as a part-time assistant there. So he'll be sharing his reflections that may include some of his experiences in serving as a hospital chaplain. And then at the same time, we're going to have his husband, Ichigo Lee-Miyaki, offer today's reflective or meditative reading. And so that will be the program for today. And then we'll close with some further reflections, which will include a musical meditation, which is a YouTube video produced by the Ohana Arts of Honolulu. And that's the organization that a few years ago came to San Francisco Bay Area and the West Coast and presented the production titled Peace on Your Wings. So they recently put a YouTube video out sharing some of the highlights of those performances, but also presenting their feature song, Peace on Your Wings, as their expression of support for us to stay together mindfully and to have the sense of oneness that will help us, like the theme song offers, soar into the future. And so it's interesting because they adopted the tsuru, the folding crane, because the story of Peace on Your Wings was based upon the story about Sadako Sasaki, who, as many of you might recall that story, as a young girl during the Hiroshima bombing was exposed to the atomic bomb blast, and as a result contracted leukemia and was not able to survive beyond that hospitalization after the bomb. But she began her aspirations for peace in the future by folding, as Japanese cultural tradition has it, the folding origami crane. And that is the spirit of peace, which the Ohana Arts was inspired to write the play titled Peace on Your Wings. So with that, we will now begin today's Buddhist Church of San Francisco Sangha Service. Thank you again for joining us.
Dharma notes, Dharma notes.
節無量寿経三仏下 From the Sutra of Immeasurable Life, the verses praising Buddha. O Gengi Ichi Mugoku Nyozen Yo Muyo Tosha Nichigan Mani Shuko Enyo Kaishin Onpei Yunyaku Jumoku Nyorai Yogen Chosemurin Shogaku Daion Koru Jipo Kaimon Shojin Samai Chie Itoku Muryo Shushokeu Shintai Zennen Shobun Hokai Gujinji no Kugo Gaitai Mumyo Yokunu Seson Yomu Ninno Shishi Jintoku Muryo Kukun Kodai Chie Jinyo Komyo Iso Shin Daisen Ganga Sabut Zaisho Ho Kado Shoji Mifugedan Busejo I Kainin Shojin Nyoze Samai Chie Ijo Gosei Tokubun Bugyo Shigan Isai Kuku Isadayan Keshi Ubun Yakusen Nokuman Muryo Daisho Shunyo Goja Kuyo Isai Shito Shobun Punyo Gudo Kensho Bugya Hinyo Goja Shobun Sekai Bubukage Mushu Sendo Komyo Shisho Enshi Shoko Nyose Shojin Iji Nanryo Ryoga Sabut Kokudo Daiichi Goshu Kimyo Dojo Chozen Kokunyo Naion Nima Toso Gato Aimi Dodan Isai Jippo Raisho Jinnet Chojo Ito Gakok Keraku Anon Kohun Jimyo Zega Shinsho Hotga no I Rikisho Shoyok Jippo Seson Chie Muge Joryo Shison Chiga Shingyo Keryo Shinshi Shoku Dokuchu Gagyo Shojin Ninju Fuke can realize this merit virtue so it be shared equally with all beings. May we together awaken the Bodhi mind and be born in the realm together of serenity and joy. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Keisuke Lee-Miyaki, Minister's Assistant at the Buddhist Church of San Francisco. Thank you for joining the Chanting and the YouTube channel, the Sunday Service today. Thank you, Kobata Sensei, the beautiful chanting. Before starting this Dharma talk, let's say Nimbutsu together. Please put the palm together and join with me in the gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So, I have a question. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Please answer. One word is enough right now. Saying in your screen, yes. So, since end of February, we are in a shelter in place. Consequently, the COVID-19 pandemic. And also last Monday, we heard the very sad incident in Minneapolis. And that fueled and exploded the people's anger and in social justice, and a lot of people going to the protests, and which is echoed to the Bay Area. And I've heard that San Francisco has also have a protest on Saturday around noon at the Civic Center, and then which is consequently leads to the Bay Bridge is shut down. So I'm thinking it's a protest and demonstration, making an action and demonstration and a march. That's very important action as a citizens and a civilization. A method to claim on rights, on justice, suppressing the injustice and also systematic discrimination for a long time, unless it is involved in illegal violence to the people, harmful action. So that what I could say to you, please make sure yourself to be safe and well in this difficult moment. Please make sure yourself be happy and well. It's very challenging to be happy and well in this stressful situation, and socio-economic disparities is obvious right now. Something wrong. Yeah. Something wrong in this world, in this society. So, this is the beginning of my Dharma talk. Sorry for the making you might be emotional or sad. But I would like to talk about today's how we can make a trust. How can we make a believe each other in the challenging moment? That is my theme and a topic today. So, based on my experience serving at the San Francisco General Hospital as a surgeon chaplain since this May, last month. No, this month is still, May is this month, sorry. Yes, it's time to fly. But surgeon means to stay with for a time, stay with people who needs the moment and breathe. That is sojourn's meaning. Is a couple of cases I reflected myself and my feeling, such as anointing, last rites, passe, via video call. Very challenging moment for me, possibly and definitely very challenging, more than I experienced to the family member. They cannot be next to the patient, the loved one, and holding hands to say goodbye. Another case is the end of life case. Is a similar one. Is recently I provided emotional and spiritual care for the family member who cannot be with the patient who infected with COVID-19. The family member was staying in the next ICU room, and through the window of the ICU room, the loved one, the family member is actively dying. That's very sad. And I'm always thinking, what can I do in this situation? What can I support? What can I be with them? Yeah, and I also received a lot of family call and a phone call, and they had challenging not to be in a hospital and emotionally, financially challenged. So, and also at the same time is some cases involved in an abusive case. And after serving them on the way home, not on the at the moment, but on the way home to back, I'm feeling and walking. Where's my justice? Was I right? Was I enough? Always, I'm kind of perfectionist, so that it's tend to be feeling, am I enough? Am I grade A chaplain? So that's my tendency. However, that theme is related. So how I can believe and trust the person in front of me. So COVID-19 is a very tricky disease because it is involved in an asymptomatic condition, which means we don't know when or how we be infected with the virus. And there is no symptom like a fever or rushing into sweat or coughing, but still possible to transmit the virus to others. How can we trust each other in that situation? So some point probably is this pandemic and restriction and shelter in place is maybe ceased, and we can meet each other at the temple building. But for example, think about it. So if your friend, Dharma friend, lovely Dharma friend, is rushing to your face and this crossness, oh, long time no see you. I missed you. How are you doing? And you are feeling that the person's saliva is spit on your cheek, and feeling, oh my gosh, please wear the mask and holding the hands on me. So that, hopefully everyone's very nice in our temple community, so that not happening is escalation of the emotion and conflicts. But still, in Japanese way, the menju fukuhai, men is a face, and ju is some method or trust, and then fuku means the stomach and your gut. So which means your internal thought on the mind, fuku, and hai is your back. It means disobeying. So smile, that inner mind, get away, please. Yes, that is kind of a funny situation, but also very serious moment for us, and how we can communicate in that suspicious kind of elephant in the room, kind of, how we can trust the people. How can we meet new people? And how can we make a rapport with them, and how can we grow the intimacy with them? So remind myself of the history of HIV pandemic in the 1980s. A lot of people lost their loved one without knowing their status of the virus, the infectious virus. So, and we can learn from the lesson what we experience as a society, how we can communicate, how can make a trustable relationship with people. I think the vaccination of the COVID-19 will be invented, I don't know, couple years, couple decades, what might be impossible to create the vaccination solution as like an HIV patient, including me. So how can we do? What can I do? So my suggestion probably we can adjust ourselves and changing and being aware of the people's feeling more compassionately and kindness way. And we can adjust also communication style a little bit different way. And, being awareness. We could transmit some infectious disease to others, and also we could be transmitted by others. So that is not suspicious. It's more awareness and compassion. A hint is always in our sutra, Buddhist scripture. So based on my reading, it's very challenging for us to trust something we cannot touch, something we cannot see visually, something we cannot think about it. It's very difficult to trust that type of existing in the presence. This is the same as a human relationship, probably after pandemic is ceased. What we can do, Buddhist Sutra said, we can do three things. One, not trust, not believe. This is one way. You cannot trust. Yeah, that's all. Second, you can try to trust, attempt to believe what the person said, what the person is. Third, just trust. You can trust. You can receive the others' belief or others' trust as yours. As your presence and the receiving others' belief as your. So that's 3 points. So let's take it a break. Let's make it a breakdown. So the first one, I said, not trust and not believe. I don't believe anything. So, but still, Buddhist said is Buddha Sutra said is you can make a nirvana. So think about the something is inconceivable existing in the presence or emotional feeling. Physically, visually, you cannot unseen, and also the virtual support from others. As Contemplation Sutra said, Vaidehi is Magadha Kingdom's the queen who was a very devastated family relationship and also her situation, life situation. Buddha taught numerous methods to make a peaceful mind on her life. She might be overwhelmed. I think she might be overwhelmed. So like a commercial, that this is one way. And the other way is you can trust that the method. And the third way, this is also you can do. Oh, by the way, this is also you can try. Yeah, why don't you try other way? And then that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 100, 700. So she might be, what the heck of that? Then, finally, Buddha taught me the very easiest way. to trust the Buddha's works and numerous efforts. However, that's the clinging moment is happening because you are not trusting in one thing. You cannot be trusting in one thing. So one thing is a direction in front of you is very trustable, and you can devote it in. You don't have to clinging like a monkey mind. Oh, I might be trying this one. Maybe it's tomorrow I can try that. It's maybe that, and a kind of floating mind and a numerous practice is involved in your life. That might be challenging to maintain. Maybe some people can do manageable, but not for me. Honestly, I cannot do the 1,000 practice in my life. But still, it's possible. Yes, that's your choice, not trust. You can try anything you want. Then second thing is try to trust and attempt to believe, which means similar with the first one, but slightly different because you try and error and also still making progress or maybe for stepping forward from the same line in front of you. For example, I love cooking. And sometimes I'm seeing the Japanese cooking recipe, which is like I'm not saying it right now in front of it, but it's sometimes I'm checking online recipe and numerous visual pictures, and I'm imagining maybe it's possible to try tonight, and then. Or maybe if you like music, you can watch the TV show or YouTube and then other channels, very excellent talent for the musicians performing and sit down in front of the piano and beat and playing. So oh my gosh, I cannot do as they are. So that is also happening. And if you like a basketball or soccer, I think it's in USA saying football, right? I'm not sure, but it's a sports performance, excellent sports performance. And imagine, I might play like that sports athletes. And when you're trying to do that same way, why I cannot do that? That's happening in our life. So because this practice, like a second way, trying to believe, that means evolving your internal strengths and imagination. So that is the pros cons. In a good way is you can practice an imagination, image training. So that is very thoughtful, metaphysical way to practice in a way. But it's also still you are trusting your expectation. So it's possible to result in your disappointment if you are not doing well in that practice. You're believing more practice makes me more beneficial. That's the mind. So yeah, in terms of human relationship, there's another Japanese proverb: "Hotoke no kao mo 3度まで." So you can forgive 3 mistakes, but 4th mistake you cannot accept. Maybe Amitabha Buddha has numerous faces. We cannot count measurable face time, so that I don't believe the proverb is for myself. However, so you can expect the other's action or change or some thoughtful action, but repeatedly something is your frustration, the wriggling and like touching some triggering your anger or sadness. You may be disappointed that person. Third way, Just trust. Just trust. Receive the others. So, as Raja Sutra said, Ananda said the beginning. So you can see also your sutra book. I will just reading a passage. Yes. Ananda said, or actually Ananda asked, today, world honored one, your sense organs are filled with gladness and serenity. Your complexion is pure. Your radiant countenance is majestic, like a luminous mirror in which clear reflection pass unobstructed. Your lofty features are resplendent, surpassing all words or measure. Never before have I beheld your lineaments, lineaments as sublime as they are now. Namandas. Yes. So this passage is a kind of we can easily to skip. Oh, Ananda asked something to the Buddha. Okay, Buddha responding something. That's all. But it's this meaning is for us that our foolish being or human beings, like a usual, like a banal person, like a human, and because Ananda is not our, he's great, great Buddhist, but he has not been awakened yet. He's not Buddha, but he observed the Buddha's awaken and compassion, and then the Buddha's enlightenment, being a human being, as like we are. So that meaning that their communication, Ananda and the Buddha, is a dual way. The trustworthy, trustable relationship is happening at the same time. That is a third way. So deep listening of ourselves and also others' voice, others' appearance, others' empowerment at the same time. So ultimately, not I or you, we can make a trustable relationship. And also that is meaning the belief in a pure Buddhism way, the perspective. And then we have Namo Amida Butsu. It's one of the superior practice, actually, very nice practice. For me, it's because it's contained that Ananda the Buddha's conversation. The episode is also reflected in Namo Amida Butsu, which means working or Buddha's works and efforts and numerous powers is already make it in perfect shape and voice and listening the practice of their wisdom and compassion. So, do you remember the first one? Not trust, but you can try still. Second, try to trust, but you may experience some try and error, and continuously. And third, just trust the others. The Buddhism has 84,000 practice ways because Buddha was very compassionate to the person who's listening the Buddha's words, in terms of their inherited status or background or personality. He was a tactful and wise way to deliver the numerous methods what the best for the person. So all of three is perfect for us. The one is bad, one second is good. I'm not saying that. It's all of them are open to practice. Open to practice because including is Amida's the 48 vows, which delivering even when this moment when you breathing one time, inhale and exhale, that's delivering your Buddha is delivering that power. So please we think about how we can be aware of the internal self and how can be and compassionate to others, the others. So after, especially, yeah, if you're missing the social gathering and difficulty in a relationship, please think about the Buddha's words, how we can trust each other. So many methods. Please pick one and try what you can do. Thank you for listening today. Closing with Gassho. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Thank you for listening. See you soon. Bye.
Hello. Hello, my name is TJ. I'm here to do the meditative reading today for Keisuke, who's my husband. Let's see, it's a poem by Zun Men, the Chinese Pure Land master of the 8th century, sums up the working of true compassion, that Buddha, in his Bodhisattva state, made the universal vow, when beings hear my name and think of me, I will come and welcome them, not discriminating at all between the poor and the rich and well-born, not discriminating between the inferior and highly gifted, not choosing the learned and those who uphold pure precepts, not rejecting those who break precepts and whose evil karma is profound, solely making beings turn about and abundantly say the name. I can make bits of rubble change into gold. Thank you.
So closing today's Sangha service, I would like to once again express our appreciation to Reverend Keisuke Lee-Miyaki and partner TJ Lee-Miyaki for leading us in mindfulness and awareness of the light of the Dharma that will hopefully help us get through the shadows of uncertainty that we're experiencing. And also to thank Kevin Yoza for his production of these weekly services and assisted by Keith Kojimoto. And also I would like to once again acknowledge Aina Tao, who so thoughtfully and conscientiously online has shared various kinds of inspirational encouragements in the various thoughts and expressions she's picked up in her own exploration of the internet and shared them with our Sangha. The announcements are, first of all, inviting viewers to connect with the Tsuru for Solidarity. And next week, on June 6th and 7th, they'll be providing a virtual rally based upon the aspirations of the Tsuru for Solidarity program that are dedicated to helping avoid or prevent or not allowing the constant efforts of various people who feel they want to separate the world, creating walls, putting up all kinds of restrictions, preventing and also causing the separation of families, as the Issei, Nisei, and Sansei during the Second World War experienced with the internment camp saga. And that's the spirit which led a group of people to adopt the platform of social media and various other types of public expressions of concerns that the current generation or people of immigrants from various countries will not have to endure the same type of, or will not continue to endure those efforts to separate families. And the idea is not to have the camps in the way that they are causing the unnecessary, undue suffering of people from around the world who aspire to live a peaceful life. And so the Tsuru for Solidarity will be having a special virtual event next Saturday. And so you're welcome to go check out their website to get the details. And then on Sunday morning, there'll be some local activities of the Tsuru for Solidarity action program. Other than that, we have our usual Tuesday afternoon, 2 p.m. book club that you're welcome to connect with. And so you just call into the office or by email, let us know about your interests so that we'll be able to give you the instructions for connecting with that group. And then on Wednesday evenings, we continue to offer the Wednesday evening mindfulness meditation program, and which begins at 6:30 p.m., led by Minister Assistant Leo Jocelyn. So at this time, I'd like to once again invite you to pause and reflect as we experience the sights and sounds of Peace on Your Wings as presented by Ohana Arts. Thank you for joining us. Please stay safe. Be mindful and aware of all that continues to sustain us in the light and life of the immeasurable spirit of compassion that unites us all, that we affirm with kansho and Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu.
It's hard to say what we were fighting for, but suddenly it doesn't matter anymore.
You get that wake-up call that brings you back real fast.
You realize that you've been living in the past.
All those days we should have cherished, and we'll never get them back.
So let go of all the hurt that you've been holding deep inside, and show the love you feel so much. Never let it hide. Always savor every moment and live for every day. Never take this life for granted. Ichigo Ichie. All the memories and the time with you I lost.
And all this friendship, this hurt and anger cost us.
Makes my heart ache with sorrow deep and real.
I miss being carefree and the warmth I used to feel.
Let's fill this silence now with laughter, not the poison of a grudge.
So let's move into a future where we're always hand in hand. life that makes us proud.
A life with no regrets.
Let's make each day the kind of day we never will forget.
There are things we'll never say, so much we'll never know. Once a friend is gone, we only have today. We can't hold on to forever. We hold the memories in